As we live our lives, we never stop and check on the stability of the planet we are living on, and that has taken a toll. Pollution is the process of making land, water, air, or other parts of the environment dirty and unsafe or unsuitable to use. This can be done through the introduction of a contaminant into a natural environment, but the contaminant doesn't need to be tangible. Things such as landfills, CO2 emissions, and runoff cause environmental degradation when introduced into an environment.
Water pollution is the contamination of natural water bodies by chemical, physical, radioactive, or pathogenic microbial substances. Plastic bags are among the top 2 items of debris found most often in coastal cleanups. Like a floating poison pill, plastic pieces can attract and hold hydrophobic elements like PCB and DDT up to 1 million times background levels. Since water keeps plastic cool and algae blocks ultraviolet rays, every piece of little plastic manufactured in the past 50 years that made it into the ocean is still out there somewhere.
The biggest problem I see in the ocean is the plastic problem. Plastics, all kinds of plastics that are being disposed of by cruise ships, recreational vessels are permanent. That means the bottle we throw out today is still going to be the same 100 years from now. Consequently, everybody that keeps disposing of their waste in this way are only increasing the plastic problem year after year. Doesn't sound like a bad problem, but animals like sea turtles, dolphins see those things sometimes as food. Turtles especially love to see plastic as food. They eat it, they clog up their digestive system, and then sea turtles subsequently starve. Very few places on the East Coast have a center to cure sea turtles that have eaten garbage and disposed plastics. So that's a long-term issue. Also, the mangroves along our coast, as they disappear, they destabilize the coastline, and we become more prone to hurricanes and tropical storms. Unfortunately, with rising sea levels, hurricanes and tropical storms will want to push inland further. Without mangroves present, there's no way to inhibit that without building expensive seawalls, which people tend not to want to do unless they have expensive property. And even then, they encourage the public, or they want the public to pay for those projects.
On a single day, nearly 400,000 volunteers around the world picked up more than 6 million pounds of trash. A majority of the items were single-use disposable plastic items, such as plastic bags and styrofoam containers. The trash in oceans kills more than 1 million seabirds and 100,000 marine mammals and turtles each year through ingestion and entanglement. Some of the debris they were entangled or had ingested include plastic bags, fishing lines, fishing nets, six-pack holders, strings from a balloon or kite, glass bottles, and cans. We fill the oceans with 8 million metric tons of plastic annually. That's equivalent to 5 bags filled with plastic for every foot of coastline in the world. A plastic bottle or can that enters the ocean will still be there 5 years later.
Land pollution, in other words, means degradation or destruction of Earth's surface and soil, directly or indirectly as a result of human activities. Anthropogenic activities are conducted studying development, and the same affects the land drastically. We witness land pollution. The main contributor to pollution are landfills. Over 80% of items in landfills can be recycled, but they're not. Composting and recycling alone have prevented 85 million tons of waste to be dumped in 2010. Choosing to litter or being careless in the handling of waste is first and foremost a personal choice. This may stem from lack of connection and communal ownership of public spaces, or perhaps a feeling that trash is not my responsibility. Someone else will clean it up, and unfortunately, litter begets litter. Once trash is on the ground, it will, without a doubt, attract more trash. Many animals are affected by humans' careless action of littering and dumping. Some of the recent extinct species are the passenger pigeon, golden toad, Javan tiger, and the quagga. Fish, alligators, and polar bears are some of the most affected due to pollution. Land pollution causes us to lose 24 billion metric tons of topsoil every year. Americans buy more than 29 million bottles of water every year. Only 13% of these bottles are recycled every year. More than 3 million kids under the age of 5 years die every year due to environmental factors like pollution.
Exhaust emissions include dangerous gases such as carbon monoxide, oxides of nitrogen, hydrocarbons, and particulates. Nitrogen dioxide inflames the lining of the lungs, and it can reduce immunity to lung infections. Nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide react with other substances in the air to form acids, which fall to the earth as rain, fog, snow, or dry particles. Some may be carried by wind for hundreds of miles. Acid rain damages, causes deterioration of cars, buildings, history monuments, causes lakes and streams to become acidic and unsuitable for many fish. High concentrations of sulfur dioxide can affect lung function, worsen asthma attacks, and aggravate existing heart disease in sensitive groups. When sulfur dioxide combines with water and air, it forms sulfuric acid, which is the main component of acid rain. Acid rain can cause deforestation. Nitrous oxide does not have a local environmental impact. On a global scale, however, it does contribute to global warming. Nitrous oxide also damages the ozone layer, thus reducing the protection offered from harmful UV sun rays.
These pollution rates continue to rise and are only making our planet more unsuitable and unsafe. There are people who continue to die and become ill because of pollution, and it's only getting worse. If we continue at this rate, the place we call home will end sooner than hoped for.